Okay guys, so in this video we're going to learn about strings. So let me first of all copy the method object. Okay, let's cut it out. Go into the method object, paste it in, save it, and close it up. Now let's create a new file, 06 strings.js. Okay, we're going to go back into our app.js and start creating a comment here, strings. So let's talk about strings. A JavaScript string is a 0 or more characters written inside quotes. Okay, so that's basically it. So let's create here a const and let's give it the name of first name and let's assign it the value of Norbert. Okay, so this is a string from 0 to more characters, and it starts and it ends within quotations. Okay, let's also create another one. I'm going to call this last name, and let's type in here Menhart. You can obviously use whatever you want. This is just for showing purposes only. Now let me initiate a variable and I'm going to name this name and close it up. And now let's console log name, and nothing will appear. But now let's assign name, and we're going to assign it the first name plus the last name. Okay, let's hit save. As you can see, now we have Norbert Menhart. Now let's concatenate the two, and let's insert here a space between them. I can obviously do this. So if I go up to Menhart and create a space, you see now we have a space between them. Or I could also go to Norbert and create a space within here. So there are no empty spaces in JavaScript. They always do something. But this doesn't look that elegant. So what we could do, we're going to actually create it up here and replace the name. I'm going to assign it the value of first name, then plus, then quotations again. And I'm going to place a space between the quotations and now plus last name. Let's see what this yields. As you can see, this space right here is now inserted between the first and the last name. Now we can achieve almost the same thing by using the concatenation method. So let's just type in a comment concat and open and close parentheses. So concatenation method is used to join two or more strings together. This method does not change the existing strings, but returns a new string containing the text of the joined strings. So I'm going to copy this console log. Now actually, let me just copy it. So paste it in here and take the variable name again and assign it first name. Did I just type in a fist name? Oh, okay, let me grab onto all of them and let me just change them from first name, fist name. Why don't you say something? Okay, so we have here the first name, now dot concat. Okay, and within parentheses, I'm going to now create a quotation with an empty space and then plus the last name. Okay, so if I would save, you can see I would have the same result. Let's say we want to add something to a string. And the way we can do that is by appending. So let's type in here another comment, append. So let's say our female name, assign it a string of Laura, and then female again. So I'm going to take this female name, and if I would now type in here Menhart, actually capital M, and now let's just console log female name. Let's see what happens. You can see, and actually let me comment first of all this out. So we had Laura, then I would change it to Menhart. But if I want to replace it or add to it, actually then I would use a plus equal. Okay, so now we have lower main heart, and obviously if I would just make a space here, then I would get the space also. So instead of reassigning it, which we just overwrite the value, the plus sign will add to the variable. Okay, now let's create down here a const of year. I'm going to assign it the number of 2006, let's say. Now I'm going to create another variable, let sentence. Now within here, I'm going to create first of all a hello, my name is, then plus, let me actually close this up, first name, plus, quotations and a space within them, then plus again, last name, then plus another string of and I love, then plus again, then female name. Now plus again, another string of since, and plus the year. Okay, so if I would console log this sentence now, let's see what we get. Hello, my name is Norbert. I actually forgot to... Hello, my name is first name. I could also create here a space. Oh, we don't want that. And plus sign. So, hello, my name is Norbert Manhart. And we are again missing here space. First name, last name. Let's create another space. And plus. Actually, this should be here. Oh, I could just cut this out. So, and I love Laura Manhart since 2006. Okay, so after this example, let's talk about properties and methods of strings. So let me go up here and type in another comment. Properties and methods of strings. Now, first property we're going to take a look at is the length property, and we already saw what this does, but let us go through it again. So the length property returns the length of a string. So if I would take name equals to first name dot length, and now just console log the name. Let's see, the first name, which was Norbert, is made of, it has a length of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now if I would take the, let me copy this and change it to last name. Let's see what this has. It has 8. Okay, so Manhart has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters. So that's basically the length property. Now another property we're going to take a look at is the concat, which is actually, this is a method. So let's type in here concat. Actually, not going to type it in that way, but with lowercase. So concat. And this is a method. And up here, I'm actually going to type in that this is a property. Okay, so you guys have this. So length is a property and concat is a method. And the concat method is used to join 2 or more strings together. And this method does not change, as I said, the string itself, but returns a new string containing the text of the joined strings. So let's take a look at this again. If you take the name and assign it first name, then dot concat, and then go in here and create the empty string plus last name. We'll get, and console log it also, console log the name, we'll get Norbert Meinhardt. Next up, we're going to take a look at the change case method. And actually, there are more than one change case method. So let's type in here comment change cases, and these are methods. And the first method that we're going to learn about is toLowerCase. And this method returns the calling strings value converted to lowercase. So if I would take the name is equal to first name, so the name is equal to first, did I close something up? Well, I have an error here. So first name and then call the method of to, so dot toLowerCase. And now if I would console log the name again, then I would have converted to lowercase. If I would want to transform this to uppercase, then we would use the toUpperCase method. So let's try this out. Name, and we'll assign the value of first name dot toUpperCase. Okay, so let's console log the name again. And let's see what happens. We got Norbert completely transformed into uppercase. We can also treat strings like arrays. So for example, if I would take the name variable, so name, and it's equal to first name, and I would now take in the first value of it. So let's console log the name. Let's see what we get. We get n. And I can do this all over again. I'm just going to do it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's actually not working because I have to. I'm just saying. So the second one is n, which we will attack with 0. Then let's try the third one, r. Then the fourth one, B. Then the fifth one, which is E. Now we should get A. So wait a second, I got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay, and the last one will be T, the seventh one. We can also grab onto the indexOf. So let me just show you what this does. IndexOf. So let's take the name, assign it first name and indexOf, and I'm going to take now the index B. So let's console log the name. And will tell me that B is within the array, the third, actually it's the fourth one. But as you can see, exactly as we console log, so let me just take all of this out. Let's see, let's check it if it's true. So 3 is, if you type in here in the array 3, we get B. And if you type in here B, we get the number 3. Okay, which is actually the fourth letter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take the R, and the R was the fifth one. So I'm going to comment this one in to see it. So 5 is R, and if you do the same thing here and replace it with R, I should get the number 5. It's also the second one. So let's go with T, which is the sixth one. So let's say we have up here T, and if I type in T here, it prompts with the number 6. Next up, we're going to take a look at the chartAt method. The string object chartAt method returns a new string consisting of the single FUT16 code unit located at the specified offset into the string. So let's type in here a comment. Let's go up here of chartAt. Okay, and the way this works, we would just take the name variable again and assign it the first name, then dot chartAt, and let's take the string, the second one, and now let's console log the name, and let's see what we get. So the second one will be R. If I would like to get the first character, so for example, I'll copy this, and within here I'm going to grab chartAt from the first name and dot length, because you need to use the length property, and -1, for example, we will get t because it's going to go now from the end to the start. So this was going from the start to the end. It is going from the end to the start backwards. Let's take a look at substring. Let's type in here comment substring. So what the substring method does, it returns the part of the string between the start and the end indexes, or the end of the string. So let's take an example here. Name is equal to first name, then dot substring, and now it's awaiting two values. So we're going to go from 0, 5. Okay, so let's console log this name. Let's see what we get. It's going to go from norb and stop there. So it didn't go. We're missing R and T. So let's go to R, and this would mean that we're going to go to 6, and we're going to go to T, then we will type in 7. We can also split up strings. So next one would be split, which is also an extremely useful method. So what this does is that the split string method breaks the text node into two nodes at a specific offset, and by keeping both nodes in the tree as siblings. So let's try this out. I'm going to create now a const, which I'm going to name just string, and I'm going to assign it a value of a string. Let's say hello, my name is Norbert. Okay, now let's take the name and assign it. Actually, let me type in here console log name. Now I'm going to take the name and tell it string dot split. And where do we want to split it? Well, within the string. And now this would split up our string into 24 characters. Okay, so everywhere where it's a space or it's a letter, you can see also the spaces are split up. Now, if I would do the same thing, but now typing here space, it will split it up between the spaces. Okay, so we got hello, my name is Norbert, and this is actually an array. Okay, now let's try something else out. So if I would take this and type in here string, I would get the entire string. Okay, so only one object from the node, which will be the entire string. Now let's try and replace something. And we'll use the replace method. So let's type in here replace, and replace will replace the selected value with the comma separated one. So if I would take name again and assign it to string, so the constant that we created, and now type in replace, and within parentheses we're going to replace between Norbert, now comma, and what we're going to replace it with is Laura, for example. Now if I would console log the name again, console.log the name. You can see we have now hello, my name is Laura instead of Norbert. If I would replace this with Arabella, now we'll get Arabella. So this is the way we can replace something in a string. If we want to check if something is included in a string, then we can use the includes method. Okay, so the includes method determines whether one string may be found within another string, and this will return a boolean of true or false. So if I would take the name again and assign it the string, the constant string, and type in includes, and now we'll search for Norbert. Now it's console log the name. Let's see what happens. So it prompts me with true because Norbert is included in this constant string. So if I would now search for Laura, it will prompt me with false. It is not included. If I would search for Arabella, it's also false. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for strings and method and properties. Then see you in the next one. Bye bye.